back, guys. Let's go ahead and get a collective reading for today. Clearing this space, calling on our higher self, our magnetic self, our team spirit to be with us. Again, welcome in. If you're new here, welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. I want to go ahead and thank you guys for being here, for joining us. Alright, we're going to go ahead and call on the yellow ray, the topaz ray, to pour in divine realization through our body, through our heart, through our minds, through our souls, to awaken our divine purpose within our life, to call upon the yellow ray to strengthen our sense of service, our sense of divine vision, call upon the topaz ray to soften anything that we need to see so that we can surrender that to spirit. So it is. Okay, so let's see here. So embracing, the diversity of humans, the diversity of mankind, challenging patriarchal gender roles, conditions, aspects of life that everybody sees is supposed to be one way. It's allowing, us to see something different. Religion, each religion honors, life first as sacred, right? As it's through, the balance of the masculine and the feminine energies, right? The goddess is often given extra emphasis on something that's largely to correct something, or mainly you see that masculine imbalance in most of our cultures have, the gap between the men and women power in society becomes narrow each year, each day. It's not necessary. So we see that emotional and physical union of those things, love and pleasure are sacred to us, right? So we're free to explore those things however you choose, right? So we don't have to see the different aspects of that. But as it is, it's like, let's see, it's not, the reproduction of species is not the only expression of love or pleasure, right? So acknowledging that absolute masculinity and femininity exists only in the abstract practice. Okay, so now let's just keep going through. Let's see what we got here with the Shaman Oracle deck. Okay, we have number 29, the Journey, and an owl. You could be seeing owls. That could be one of your spirit animals, and bears, the Hunter. On the bottom of the deck is the hummingbird, so the message is from spirit. Okay, so again, awakening your perspective, awakening how you come into things, and where has your spiritual journey taken you? Have you felt almost like you are being hunted, or you're a hunter, or being hunted? Is what the message is, but it's like surrendering. And see how she's like covering her breast, so that's like almost a representation of the Empress, the Venus energy, right? The birth, fertility, nourishment. You could be seeing doorways, breasts, owls, feathers, very significant. Your ancestors coming in with lots of messages about the male and the female elements to our personality, to our energy. Not surprisingly, how our cultures took the rainbow as a symbol of the richness and the variety of the species, right? So the polarities of male and feminine qualities exist in both sexes, in all of us, right? A human being is very complex, right? So ancient Eastern religion comments on this as in, like, what is it? Taoism, Taoism, right? There is a concept as expressed, right? The 10,000 things, in which nothing is purely yin or purely yang, but rather a complex blend of the two. It's not black and white, but gray. So considering that the actual symbols of yin and yang each contains the essence of the opposite sex mixed together. So this is a lot of what things that you learn on your spiritual journey, things that going through, just epiphanies, you know. Sometimes it seems like everybody just puts this as towards, you know, like the gay community, or, you know, the straight community, or everybody has to be a certain way, but it's like changing, you know, that small bit of prejudice or whatever it is that is directed somewhere. It's like considerably more freedom for us to express ourselves. And how she's just looking down, it's like a moment of gratitude, a moment of solitude, you know, to get out of that dominance of any kind of, you know, if you were raised in a church, not letting that dominate you, but allowing, you know, just your belief, you know, you're going within, not actually, you don't have to go to church to pray, to love God and be of God, right? So the different ways that is, you know, in ancient temples and, you know, cultures like that, they think that, that these things are bad, or these things, like certain ways, certain thought process, certain, you know, all these things are bad for us to think, or women have to be a certain way, men have to be a certain way. It's like, you are who you are, right? So celebrating you are in your fullness and how you show up in this world is greatly something, you know, each energy to raise your own power and acceptance of yourself. Ooh, that was good. Okay, let's see what we got here for astral realms. We have number 22, Neptune energy. Perspective. Okay, so wow, that fits in right perfectly. So perspective with the Neptune energy is also the God and Goddess within us, right? It's a perfect example of when you're alone or when you're together, you know, expanding the totality of your personal being, right? There's two kinds of being, you know, the low vibe thoughts, and letting your frequency join into those low vibrational thoughts and allowing them to shift your perspective, allowing them to shift your energy, or staying in the high vibe. Now, obviously with the yin yang, and that tells us that you can't always be a certain way, or it's not just, you know, you can perceive things as negative or positive, but in reality, it's like every lesson is a blessing, right? So balancing out the illusions to the reality, as Neptune presents, you know, that sense of almost whimsicalness, or, you know, that spiritual faith that's sinking in to things, trusting in things that are seen and unseen. You know, it's that non-rational mindset, fantasy almost. It's that fantasy or those psychic gifts, and then you got an eye up there in that, so it's like the all-seeing eye. So spirit sees everything, sees, you know, you're harnessing the energies to create a balanced vibration for yourself, to create a different reality, to help, you know, ask, how are you fooling yourself in any way with that Neptune energy, and how are you allowing that to guide you and activate different things within you to go through the challenges, the opinions that you've had on yourself, the opinions that you've allowed other people to put on you. You know, you're set and ready to listen to not only your different perspective, but other people's perspective on things, right? It's eye-opening. It's a different kind of experience, right? So you're creating your own reality with the eye, but allowing, you know, different things to, you know, not allowing energies to be given a gender-specific definition based on any archetypal behavior, or roles of women, roles of men in this society. It's your universal truth of what is to be male and to be female, but it's even further than that. It's the goddess and God within us, because we all have the goddess and God within us, right? So how are you inspiring yourself, you know? How are you in that spiral dance with the cosmos, and allowing, you know, yourself to not only see those broader perspectives and go through this spiritual journey of love and light, and get to your divine birthright. All right, that's what I have for you guys today. Again, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't been told, you're beautiful. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.